It will add no sorrow to it. The third definition of sorrow was labor. It will add, labor means physical or mental work. Or how about this? This definition got me. It's a definition of labor. Have difficulty in doing something despite working hard. I have difficulty in doing something despite working hard. So the blessing of the Lord maketh rich. And here's the thing. Sometimes we try to create our own blessing. And sometimes we try to make the blessing happen. And if I have to, it is consistently working and doing what God tells you, keep the blessing activated, and it's great. But working, trying to make something happen that God is trying to keep you from is labor. I want this. God told you to do this. But you keep working, you keep going over here. Okay, God told you to be the worship leader, but you want to be the pastor.
Right. Oh, wow. That's a good example.
And so now you are laboring to try to come up with sermons. You are laboring to try to do. You are laboring to try to tell the people. You are laboring on prayer. It is a labor. I have a great relationship with the Lord, but this is not labor to me. Because this is what I'm supposed to be doing. But if you are laboring trying to do it, it's difficulty, and you working hard trying to do it, then you out of your lane, and what you think is a blessing is really sorrow. Let's go back to, we talked about LeBron earlier. Basketball, NBA players in general make the game of basketball look really easy. They make it look really, why? Because that is their lane. That's what they were called to do. That is the advantage that they were given. In my day, I was a pretty good basketball player, but I was not called to be a professional basketball player. If you put me on the court they make it look so easy, I think I can go out there and do a little something until I get out there. They have these videos on YouTube, like the regular people versus the pros, and the regular people just get destroyed. Why? Because they're laboring trying to do something that comes easy for those people in that profession. And so if I have to labor and figure it out and try to make it work and come up with this, and if I'm laboring, then maybe the blessing that I think I have is really sorrow. Maybe I'm out of place or out of position. There's some people, I was reading this book, my book, Leadership Pain, and he talked about Dr. Chan talked about there were pastors that he saw that wasn't supposed to be pastors. They were actually supposed to be missionaries or something else. And they had a big church and they had this, but it was a labor to do everything that they do. I enjoy Sunday morning. This is not a labor for me. I enjoy Wednesdays. It's not a labor for me. This is my heart work. And so that's why I do it. But I can make this look really easy. And it's not. Y'all know. I can make this look really easy. Other pastors who've been doing this for a while, who are in their lane, can make it look really easy, where you think you can go do it too, and then you don't have the anointing or have the blessing, and it is a labor for you. Yes. The fourth thing was sorrow. And here's what sorrow meant. When I looked it up further: deep distress, sadness. And here's the word that just jumped out to me: regret. Regret, especially for the loss of someone or something loved. Something that you love. Regret. And so when it brings no sorrow to me, what happens is, a lot of times when I am in sorrow, I am in regret. A lot of times, y'all know that one y'all really wanted to date because he or she was so fine and they was so this, and the Lord was saying, people was like, nah, you don't want to do that. You was like, but they gonna change. Oh my goodness. Or I'm so in love for the moment. And guess what happened? That wasn't the blessing. That was you. And so you thought it was the blessing when you got with them. And then when it didn't turn out right, there was the regret of, why was I ever with them? I just wasted my time. I just did it. Now, I may have got a kid out of it. Oh, I love my baby. But boy, I can't stand them. Because there is a regret. Oh, I really wanted this thing that I labored to make myself get. And then when I got there, I regretted doing it. I regretted being there. I was in sorrow. I regretted that thing. The blessing of the Lord, when He gives you a blessing and increases you and favor you, there won't be regret on the back end of it. There won't be regret. There won't be sorrow. So that's how we start identifying if it's a blessing, if it makes me grievous, if I got to figure it out, if it's going to become an idol, if it's going to become an issue, if it's going to become my new God, if I have to labor and have to figure it out and make it happen. See, when the blessing happens, it just happens. When the blessing happens, people be like, well, we don't normally do this, but when the blessing happens, I was in line at the store and I went and got in line and turned around 5 minutes later, it was 8 people behind me. See, the blessing told them to wait till I got in line, and then y'all can get in line after the big fella get in line. You see, the blessing of the Lord is going to increase me and add no sorrow to it. That's what the blessing is doing for me.